Welcome back. I am really glad you are here because today we are going to talk about one of the most essential parts of the English language, the past tense. Now, if you watched our lesson on the present tense, you already have a strong foundation. Today we are going to build on that and go deep into the past. And when I say deep, I mean we are going to understand it, feel it, and most importantly use it the way native speakers do every single day. The past tense is how we tell stories. It is how we share experiences, explain what happened, talk about our childhoods, describe yesterday, last week, last year. Without the past tense, you cannot communicate who you are, where you come from, or what you have been through. So this is not optional knowledge. This is essential. Let us get into it. Part 1. What is the past tense? Just like the present tense, the past tense in English is not just one thing. It is a family of 4 related forms. The simple past, the past continuous, the past perfect, and the past perfect continuous. Today we are going to focus on the 2 that matter most for intermediate learners and for daily communication. The simple past and the past continuous. These 2 together will cover the majority of everything you need to speak naturally about the past. The simple past tells us that something happened and finished at a specific point in the past. The action started and ended. It is done. The past continuous tells us that something was in progress at a specific moment in the past. It was happening, it was ongoing, it was not finished yet at that particular moment. Understanding this contrast is the heart of speaking about the past in a natural and accurate way. Part 2. When to use the past tense. Let us go through each one clearly. You use the simple past when you want to talk about a completed action in the past. Something that happened once and it is finished. You went to the store. You ate dinner. You called your friend. Done. Finished. Over. You use it for a series of completed actions that happen one after another. First you woke up, then you showered, then you had breakfast, then you left the house. All of these are simple past because each action happened and was completed before the next one began. You use it for habits or repeated actions in the past that no longer happen today. When I was a child, I played football every afternoon. That was a habit in the past. It is not happening now. You use it when you have a specific time expression. Yesterday, last week, last night, 2 years ago in 2019 when I was young. Whenever you have a clear time marker pointing to the past, simple past is almost always your choice. Now the past continuous is used when you want to show that an action was in progress at a specific moment in the past. Imagine you pick a point in time yesterday. Let us say 8 o'clock in the evening. What were you doing at exactly that moment? Whatever the answer is, that is past continuous. At 8 o'clock last night, I was eating dinner. I was watching television. I was talking on the phone. You also use the past continuous to show that a longer action was interrupted by a shorter action. This is one of the most important and natural uses of the past continuous. Something was happening, and then something else suddenly happened and interrupted it. For example, I was walking home when it suddenly started raining. The walking was in progress, the rain interrupted it. I was reading a book when my phone rang. The reading was in progress, the phone call interrupted it. You also use past continuous for 2 actions that were happening at the same time in the past. While I was cooking, my sister was setting the table. Both actions were in progress simultaneously. Part 3. How to use the past tense. The structure. Now let us build the sentences correctly. For the simple past, there are 2 types of verbs you need to know. Regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs follow a simple rule. You add ed to the end of the base verb. Work becomes worked. Play becomes played. Talk becomes talked. Watch becomes watched. Visit becomes visited. The structure is subject plus the past form of the verb. That is it. No helping verbs needed for positive sentences. I worked yesterday. She played tennis last Saturday. They visited their grandmother last month. He watched a movie last night. For negative sentences in simple past, you use did not plus the base form of the verb. Notice that the verb goes back to its base form because did is already carrying the past. I did not work yesterday. She did not play tennis. They did not visit anyone. He did not watch the movie. For questions in simple past, you put did at the beginning and the verb returns to its base form. Did you work yesterday? Did she play well? Did they visit her? Did he watch the game? Now, irregular verbs are different. They do not follow the ed rule. They change their form completely and you need to learn them. Some of the most common ones are these. Go becomes went. Come becomes came. See becomes saw. Have becomes had. Get becomes got. Know becomes knew. Think becomes thought. Buy becomes bought. Say becomes said. Take becomes took. Give becomes gave. Make becomes made. Write becomes wrote. Speak becomes spoke. Eat becomes ate. Drive becomes drove. Find becomes found. Leave becomes left. Meet becomes met. Feel becomes felt. These are the verbs you will use every single day. The more you practice them, the more automatic they become. You will not think about them after a while, they will just come naturally. For the past continuous, the structure is subject plus was or were plus the main verb with ing. I was working. You were working. He was working. She was studying. We were learning. They were listening. Was goes with I, he, she, and it. Were goes with you, we, and they. For negatives in past continuous, you add not after was or were. I was not working at that moment. She was not listening when he explained it. They were not expecting that result. For questions in past continuous, you move was or were to the front. Were you working at that time? Was she studying when you called? Were they waiting for long? Part 4. Examples. How to actually speak with it. Let us now hear these structures in real natural sentences. Simple past examples. I woke up late this morning and I missed my bus. She studied really hard last semester and she passed all her exams. We went to a restaurant last Friday and the food was incredible. He did not know about the meeting, so he did not come. Did you see what happened at the end of the film? I bought a new laptop last week because my old one stopped working. They moved to a new city 3 years ago and they love it there. I did not understand the question, so I asked the teacher to repeat it. Past continuous examples. I was sitting in a cafe and working on my laptop when I saw an old friend walk in. At midnight last night, I was still studying for my exam. She was not feeling well yesterday, so she stayed home. What were you doing at 7 o'clock this morning? We were having dinner when the electricity went out. He was driving to work when he heard the news on the radio. They were not expecting us, so they were a little surprised when we arrived. While I was talking to the manager, my colleague was preparing the presentation. Part 5. How to use the past tense in real-life communication. This is where everything comes together. Let us walk through real situations where you will need the past tense every single day. Situation 1. Telling someone about your day. This is probably the most common use of the past tense in everyday conversation. Someone asks you, "How was your day?" and you need to describe what happened. You might say, "It was a pretty busy day, to be honest. I woke up early and went to the gym before work. Then I had 2 long meetings in the morning and I did not have time to eat lunch until almost 3 o'clock. After work, I went grocery shopping and then I cooked dinner at home. In the evening, I just relaxed and watched something on my phone. Nothing too exciting, but it was a productive day." That entire answer is simple past. Notice how natural it flows when you just describe one action after another. Situation 2. Telling a story or sharing an experience. This is where simple past and past continuous work together beautifully. Let me tell you about something funny that happened to me last week. I was walking to a job interview downtown. I was wearing my best clothes. I was feeling very confident. Everything was going well. And then, while I was crossing the street, I stepped right into a puddle of water. My shoes were completely soaked. I had to walk into the interview with wet shoes and a slightly panicked expression. But somehow I still got the job. You see how the past continuous sets the scene, and then the simple past brings in the events that happened and changed things? That combination is the secret to telling stories in English the way native speakers do. Situation 3. Talking about your childhood or the past in general. Simple past is perfect for this. You might say, "When I was growing up, my family did not have a lot of money, but we were very happy. I grew up in a small town. I went to a public school and I had a lot of friends. We used to spend our summers outside, we played football in the street, we swam in the sea, we stayed out until it got dark. Those were really good times. I did not appreciate them enough back then. Situation 4, a professional context. Talking about past projects, past results, past decisions. In your last position, what did you accomplish? Great question. In my last role, I managed a team of 8 people. We launched a new product in the first quarter and it performed really well. We increased sales by 30% in 6 months. I also trained 3 new employees and helped build the onboarding process from scratch. The experience taught me a lot about leadership and communication. Every sentence there is simple past and it sounds professional, clear, and confident. Situation 5, explaining why something happened. Cause and effect in the past. I was late because the traffic was terrible. She failed the exam because she did not study enough. He lost his job because the company closed down. We canceled the trip because it rained the entire weekend. They were tired because they worked all night to finish the project. Simple past for the result. Simple past for the cause. Clean and clear. Part 6. Common mistakes to avoid. Let us go through the most common mistakes intermediate learners make with the past tense. Mistake 1. Using simple present instead of simple past when telling a story. This is very common, especially in writing. Some learners say, yesterday I go to the market. That is wrong. Yesterday I went to the market. Whenever there is a past time marker, use the past form. Mistake 2. Forgetting irregular verbs. Saying I goed or she thinked or we bide. These are very noticeable errors. The irregular verbs I gave you earlier are the ones that come up in almost every conversation. Learn them as a priority. Mistake 3. Using did in positive sentences. I did went is wrong. I went is correct. You only use did for negatives and questions, not for positive statements. Mistake 4. Confusing simple past and past continuous in storytelling. Remember, past continuous is for the background action that was already in progress. Simple past is for the event that happened and changed things. She was cooking when he arrived. Not she cooked when he was arriving. Get that order and logic clear in your mind. Mistake 5. Overusing was and were without the ing form. Some learners say I was cooked dinner instead of I was cooking dinner. The ing form is not optional. It is required for the past continuous to be grammatically correct. Final part, a message for you. The past tense is how you share yourself with the world. Every interesting conversation you will ever have involves talking about something that happened. A trip you took. A decision you made. A lesson you learned. Person you met. A moment that changed you. When you master the past tense, you stop just answering questions and start telling stories. And people connect with stories. That is where real communication happens. Here is what I want you to do after watching this video. Write 10 sentences about your day yesterday. Use at least 5 simple past sentences and at least 2 past continuous sentences. Say them out loud. Record yourself if you can. Listen back and notice where you hesitate. That hesitation is where your next area of practice is. Do this every single day and the past tense will become second nature to you faster than you think. Thank you so much for watching this lesson. If it helped you, please share it with a friend who is learning English. And leave a comment below. Tell me one thing you did yesterday using the simple past. I read every single comment and I love seeing your progress. See you in the next lesson.